Well, good morning, and welcome to Studio Janai live stream. This is Saturday, March 25th, 2023. We are continuing on with our Windblade from Flame Toys, and we are hopefully going to finish her today. We're going to start on the legs, and then we've got that in the backpack and her weapons, and I think we should be able to get this done today. Nothing really pressing this morning. I'm going to go meet with the accountant today at noon to get my taxes done and get that all squared away. But I think maybe we should be able to get her knocked out here pretty quickly, so just a couple of legs to do. If they're anything like the arms, they will take longer than expected. So we're going to dive right in, and I'm going to get in there with B16, and we've got round parts already, so we're going to go to our round nippers, because I do like this. Oh, I got to bring my, that's what's going on. I got to bring my camera out. Oops. There we go. A little bit of lag this morning. Holy smokes. That took a while. There we good. Is that good viewing? My fingers are there. That's decent. All right, cool. Good to go. Been a very, very, very long, exhausting week. Just this shorthandedness is just ridiculous. The amount of workload that just keeps piling on every day, and being unable to ever be caught up. It's great for job security, but my God, it leaves me just wiped out. Last night we had our day 69 of our sketchbook challenge for the studio, and we finished that, and I pretty much fell asleep on the couch right after. I got home from work, made a quick bite to eat for supper, was literally too tired to do a workout yesterday for the first time in going on 2 weeks. Actually hitting the gym every day. It just didn't happen yesterday, but at the end of the day I did have to lay down a 600-pound water heater, so I kind of hurt myself a little bit, and I didn't want to push and cause any further issues there, so I went ahead and decided I'd kind of rest up yesterday. So we had a light meal, and then quickly ran dailies on Fortnite with my brothers because they were online, and got on the sketch, started my sketch, and I don't remember what time I finished, because I pretty much put the pencils down, leaned back in the chair, and that was it. I don't really remember much until I opened my eyes and went, I'm going straight to bed, and I think I left Nelly kind of sitting there. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, whoops, I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube within the first 5 minutes, right? Oh well. We'll see if they, well, I mean, it's not made for children, so maybe it doesn't matter. What was I saying? Clearly I'm still kind of wiped out. Completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, that was end of the day on the water heater. I was pretty much ready to walk out the door. I had my jacket on, was ready to go, and one of my coworkers goes, "Hey, can I get you to give me a hand for a minute?" And I'm like, I'm out the door. I don't really want to give you a hand, but I guess. And the customer pulled in the yard, and he's loading up this water heater, and he's like, Can you load this up? But I'm just like, yeah, grab a forklift. So we get it on the forklift. The guy's like, yeah, I want it all the way up against the cab of the pickup. And I'm like, man, you don't want to load this all the way up in the cab. You want to put this over your axle, because it's a heavy unit, for one, and for two, you got to figure out how to get this thing off this thing. Like, you don't want to have it being so far up in the cab that you can't get it back out. Like, and the guy's bed's full of gravel, and he's got this rubberized mat. So I'm just like, buddy, this is not a good idea. No, it's fine. I do it all the time. All right, well, fine. So put it on there for him. Get it all pushed up against the cab. And then the guy who asked me to help comes back out, and he's looking at it. He's like, well, I don't know. I think it's too tall. He's got to take it 150 kilometers, and, you know, he's going to be at highway speeds. It might not be a bad idea to lay it down. And I was like, well, you guys have fun with that. I'm out of here. Oh, you're not going to stay and help? And I'm like, I'm not laying down a 600-pound water heater. Like, I don't care. That's not happening. It's on a pallet for a reason. That's risking an injury. I'm not interested in that. Oh, we'll get everyone on it. We'll get everyone on it. All right. So we get 3 people up there, and of course, it's only, 3 feet wide at its widest point, so there's really not a room for everyone to have a corner. This guy's got other crap in the bed of his truck. Sure enough, I end up being the only guy holding this thing on the end. And yeah, we're laying it down, so it's reduced by about 50% until it actually gets to a certain point, and then it just slides, and I'm basically carrying the whole weight of this thing on my thighs, kind of trapped under it. And I'm like, oh, this is great, guys. I told you this. I didn't want to fucking do this. So that was how I ended my day and came home. Just a little stiff and sore. Shoulders are a little neck's a little tight, but nothing too major. I think I'll be fine for Monday, but it still sucks. Definitely should have stuck to my initial feeling on that and said, no, I'm not doing it. Too late now. Anyway, yeah, so that was my experience yesterday. I mean, I get to work yesterday morning and walk in the door and tell my boss, I'm like, hey, just so you know, yesterday we were here late. Ended up having to stay till almost 5 o'clock. Customer had placed an order on Wednesday, expecting it for a Friday delivery, which normally wouldn't be a problem, except that the product hadn't even showed up yet. So we're all sitting here waiting for it, and no idea when it's coming in. I keep checking on the tracking site for the shipment, and keep saying it's still in Calgary, hasn't been picked up by the carrier yet. So whether that record is accurate or not, the company keeps saying it's been shipped, but I'm not seeing any updates to the site. So we tell the customer, hey, it's not here. Don't know what you expect us to do. Can't get it to you for Friday if it's not here. We haven't seen it. Can't receive it. Can't ship it. And he comes back with, well, ship what you can. I need it on site for Saturday. I got workers showing up on site to install. And I, of course, laugh at that because I'm like, well, why do you schedule people to work on a day when the product's not there? Like, unless the stuff's in your shop or on your site, you shouldn't be telling people to come to work. That's kind of on you, man. That's a big mistake. Don't do that. It's a waste of time. But I mean, I also get it, because if you don't tell people they need to work ahead of time, then you get a bunch of disgruntled employees who are stuck working late every day or putting in overtime. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not disgruntled or anything. not even a little bit. Most days I like my job. But yeah, no. So I walk into that little shitstorm, and I tell my boss, like, hey, like, this is what's going on. This customer was bitching, ranting, raving. He expects it on site for Saturday morning. I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, the stuff's not here. I don't know what you want me to do. He wants to send what we can, but we haven't even scheduled a truck, and for where it's got to go, which is about 2.5 hours away, 3 hours away, and over a pretty heavy pass. I'm just like, I don't know what you expect me to do. I can't. There's no reasonable expectation that I'm going to be able to make this happen. Like, I don't know how we're going to get a truck. Like, can you call the guy and just say, hey, I'm the manager. We've done our best. It didn't work out. You're just going to have to take it when it comes. Sorry, it's not here. There's nothing I can do about that. And he's like, well, why don't we just ship what we can? And I'm like, because what we can ship isn't ready yet because I've been busy doing everything else. So that would be great to do that if it was feasible. And I called a couple freight companies and got one that was actually willing to do it yesterday. So I kind of am surprised I was able to pull that off. we we got him to tell us, yeah, as long as you can have it ready for noon, we'll be there. Okay. So I jumped in, got one of the other guys to give me a quick hand. We got the order picked that we could pick, and then no sooner was it put on a pallet, the truck was already there. It wasn't even noon, it was 9 o'clock. And the guy's like, yeah, I had some free time on my schedule, so I just shot right over. And it's like, well, we kind of needed till noon, man. Like, that was the plan. I still got to do way bills. I still got other shit to do. Like, it's a good thing we jumped on getting it all picked, because otherwise... And yeah, sure enough, we got it out. I mean, we made the impossible possible yesterday. I don't really know how we did that, but wow, what a day. That's all I can say. It's just what a freaking day it was. Oh, that was first thing. Like, adrenaline was pumping. I was flying, trying to get crap done, and definitely glad that day is over. Oh. Well, that's kind of... That's not cool. I need to pull that back off, it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna need my separator. What's that at? Where are you? I know you're in here. Oh, that's right. I took the blade off that one. I don't have my separator anymore. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Never mind. I got the other shaft. I keep forgetting. I keep getting new scalpels. Setting them up for other things. This guy actually needs to go on first. This doesn't feel right. Because it's not upside down. So that piece to the front, got that piece there. There we go. And then we put this on. I think I should take it off after all. Okay. That's the bicep. That's weird. And then we need what? E24, which... Yeah, we got a new guy starting next week. I know him. Worked with him actually quite a bit in the last couple years. He's works for one of our driving companies currently, and always willing to jump out of the truck and give us a hand with offloading, and just real nice guy. And he's really eager to get out of the truck. He's been trucking for a long time, and he's just tired of the hours, and I wouldn't necessarily call it mistreatment, but there's definitely a lot of abuse truckers truckers have to endure when it comes to employment, because they're just so short-staffed, kind of like everyone else. But you know, it's you're the only one who can drive the truck. You're the only one who can do the stuff. There's nobody else to do it. You know, suck it up, Buttercup. You're gonna have to work, 60 hours a week just to get through, and it's unfortunate, but and really think it's going to work out for him and be a much better situation. He's had some home life issues that I think are a result from the long hours. I think she's kind of lonely at home, and I think it's definitely a situation where his mental state has been affected by all the extra long hours and the stress that comes along with trying to make the delivery deadlines and deal with traffic and all that crap. So I know back when I was basically spending 4 to 5 hours on the road a day driving to remote locations for one of my previous employers, I was a lot less contented with my life than I am now. Like I pretty much, I'm on a, well, supposed to be on a 7:30 to 4:30 Monday to Friday, but I've been on a 7 to 4, which I don't mind. I mean, get off a half hour earlier, that's great. Don't mind going in a half hour earlier. But I also haven't been taking lunches, so that's it's made for longer days. But at the end of the day, I'm 5 minutes away from home. I don't have to drive 2 hours to get back home. I'm home on weekends. I don't ever have to go out, pull a Saturday shift. I do make a little bit less money in the long run for it, but I definitely feel a lot more satisfied, I guess would be the word to use, with my work-home life balance. So I had a cat that locked herself in the basement last night, and now she is just absolutely full of piss and vinegar, running around being crazy. She's driving me nuts over here. I keep running around putting her claws and everything. Normally when that happens, the other cat will sit at the top of the stairs and meow and let us know that she's down here. But he didn't bother. But, yeah, anyway, so it'll take him a good couple weeks to get up to speed enough that I can kind of step back and maybe start taking lunches again, and maybe be able to start letting him take some extra responsibility off of me, or letting him take some extra responsibility off of my other coworker there, my underling. Ever since I lost one goon to the front counter, I've only had one goon, so it'll be nice to have a goon squad again. Yeah, man. Got something stuck in my throat, it's bugging me. Yeah, that little situation. So, my sister-in-law used to work at Home Depot, and now she works for us. Kind of a lateral transition to some degree. She was the assistant manager of customer service over there, which meant she dealt with a lot of disgruntled customers and bullshit and stuff she didn't necessarily like doing, but the pay was decent. She had gotten herself to an assistant manager position. Here, the pay isn't as good as that, but she doesn't have to deal with a lot of the same BS, and the hours are way, way better. Like, they would call her at the end of a shift and be like, by the way, we need you to come in tomorrow for 6 hours to cover because this person's not here. And, you know, she might have something scheduled, soccer or something for her boy, and next thing you know, she's got to miss that because they can't schedule accordingly, and it becomes her fault, so, or her problem. And it just wasn't a good environment for her. She was constantly in fear of having to fight for her job or lose her job, and I just, you know, anywhere that you have to work things like that, it's just not a good environment to be in. So she got out of that, and now she's with us, like I said, and it's I'm hoping it's working out well for her. I mean, we all have our days at work. Mine was yesterday. It was just an absolute shit show. But for the most part, you know, I know she gets to go home at the end of the day and be with her boyfriend and her kid, and she gets the weekends to do the same. So that's kind of a nice nice thing for her. And technically, I'm. It's funny. I'm the manager of the department she works in, but on paper, according to the breakdown of the way things work at my work, I'm not actually her boss. I don't get to do employee reviews or like, even though I oversee her work, I am not involved in any of the decisions that come to being made with making sure that she gets raises or any disciplinary action, should there need to be any, which there should never need to be any. She's fucking awesome. She's one of the best people I've ever had to work with. Don't let her know that, though, because she'll get all, you know. And if you're watching, I didn't say it. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, so she's picked up a lot of slack for me. She's taken over the receiving, and she pretty much owns that. She's probably the best receiver I've seen in over 20 years. Very, 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 very few mistakes get by her. She's pretty much, she looks at parts breakdowns of things that she's coming in that she's never seen before. You know, she'll Google and look at what's supposed to be in a box if it looks like the box is maybe missing something. If the items came in and it, you know, it just looks like the box was torn on a corner or something, so she'll go and make sure there's a parts list and that everything is in fact there, and that the product does match what it's supposed to be. And you know, we don't always have time for that kind of stuff, but at the same time, she makes the time for it because it needs to be done. It is important. So I know when it was just me running that show by myself, there's a lot of times I didn't take that stuff because I just didn't have time for it. But at that time, I was also not only looking after the receiving, I was also in charge of physical inventory, which I still am. I just don't ever have time to get to it these days. I'm inventory control as well as warehouse manager. So now that I've had to take over shipping because we don't have a shipper, and shipping is 100% full-time job. It actually requires probably 2 people, and we don't have 2 people to do it. I don't ever get to do any inventory related stuff, especially when I got big orders like the one that was given to me Wednesday that was supposed to go Friday that we didn't have product for. Yeah, stuff like that, and it's pretty much constant. Like, I don't know if people are just gearing up because we're getting into spring and we're starting to have ground thaw and people want to have stuff on place or on site, and so now all these orders are coming through that I've got to try to fit in with my regular stuff, all of the regular orders that go out. And we've got some customers, they'll put through I got one customer who put through 5 orders in a day, each one for a different job. And I mean, it's great that they have that kind of organization, that they can be like, hey, you know, like, I want this stuff set aside for this job, this stuff set aside for that job. And they're, you know, I'm guessing they're ordering it so that they can bill it out individually. But on my end, when I get 5 orders, I'm not packaging them up as 5 separate orders. They're getting packaged in the least amount of packages I can get them in to fit in. I'll bag the parts separately and stuff, but when it comes right down to it, I'm not going and pulling order A and then pulling order B and then pulling order C. I'm pulling all the stuff for orders A, B, C, and D all at the same time, especially when those orders are all the same or have the same items. You know, got copper 90s, for instance, on one order. Those are getting pulled. If I've got copper 90s, if copper 90s on like 5 different orders, I'm pulling all 30 copper 90s instead of 2 for this order, 2 for that order, and they're all going in one bag. And when I get there, they can sort them out when they want to do that breakdown of sorting out the different locations and the items and whatnot. And it's not about being lazy; it's about being efficient. So, I know they don't seem to have any issues with the way it's being done. Getting her done, and nobody seems to care. Is that? Yeah, that's gonna come right off there. I feel the way that's lined though. Yeah. The way this is on the runner, the sprue molding actually stops here, but then it's got like this little piece of flap here that's got like a panel line on it, and it just looks like it's almost supposed to be there, but I don't think it is. Actually, this leg's going together surprisingly quick. So there'd be a... Maybe because the pieces are slightly bigger, I'm not losing them all over the place like those with the arms. What's this one? This is Jhoss. Oh yeah, again. I don't know if you can see the hands. Obviously, I've had some splits from the bag and from work. And then yesterday it was below 7 outside while I was doing all the pipe pulling, so there's some redness there from where the skin's all dried out. I got stuck out there for about, I'm gonna say, 2 hours. All in all, by the time I was done pulling the pipe and offloading trucks and stuff that were coming in, because I was already outside, there wasn't any point in making Allie come out and do it. Okay, why is that? It's supposed to go there. There we go. And I had gloves on. The problem is the gloves got wet, and so then I had to take them off, and then it's, you know, it's freezing freaking cold out there. And so that is the left leg, and now we've got a foot to build. Whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces to build a foot. Wow! That's insane. It's just a foot. Holy smokes. Alright, so this is A115, which I think I already cut out by mistake. Nope, I cut out the opposite. Thought that was part of the arms, so we're just going to set that back over there for a minute. Jeez. A1, 3. B15 and B15 and B113. We need E14. Where is that? E114. Oh. They're not dropping. E113. It did not. Six. Four and E13. down to not too many parts left on the runners. It's nice. A lot on these legs. Holy smokes. And I sprained my wrist last week too. That was fun. I was hitting the heavy bag, which is behind me, back there. You can see it right behind my head. Right there. Right there. Over there. Come on. Yeah. There it is. Yeah, that's the one. So watch my replay like you guys can see my finger stuff. My bindings came loose on my wrist strap, and I don't have anyone to steady the bag, of course, because I'm down here by myself doing that. And, it kind of swung one way and kind of caught the side of my wrist on the backside and chunk and ow. And it happens. I'll have to figure out a way to kind of steady the bag. Maybe I'll put something behind it, something keep it from swaying so much when I'm hitting it. Or I just got to get somebody to come and hit the gym with me. You know, anyone feeling froggy wants to come by and work with me and help me get back in shape. I'm willing to help you get in shape if you're not already there. Even if you're just a roided out monster that wants to get me to be, you know, swole, I'd be down. Sure that's not coming out how I'm intending it, but I definitely could use a motivation down here. When I'm down here, it's, you know, sometimes it's like, I don't have to do 10. My arms are getting weak. I can do 9. I can hit one more and call it good, and then, you know, that extra push of, come on, man, you got it. You can do one more, and then you get that one more. And, come on, man, one more. You can do one more. But I don't want to push myself if I don't have a spotter, so I'm not trying to be smart about it. I'm not trying to hurt myself. I'm not in my 20s anymore, so I don't recover as quickly as I used to, and you know, I've got to provide here for everyone, so I don't like to take unnecessary risks and chances anymore. And my path to getting trim and fit again and putting the muscle back on and losing the fat it's going to be a little slower than I'd like it to be, but I'm also okay with that. You know, you put the time in and you get the results, and I'm already starting to see definition in my gut, at least the topper part, which I'm pretty happy about. I'm starting to see some definition through here that's not fat, and then I'd like to see the fat melt off, but I got to do a little more cardio for that, and it's just really hard to do that when I'm packing on 6 to 9 kilometers a day at work, and you know, 9 hours a day. I'm just, by the time I'm home, I don't want to spend half an hour on the treadmill or the elliptical or the bicycle or whatever there. I'm drained. You know, I just don't have it in me at that point. And you know, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, rather than neglecting leg day, That doesn't seem right. Is that saying... Yeah, so that is backwards somehow. That should be this one, right? Pretty sure I got the right one. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I've been strapping on my my leg weights because I have some 10-pound leg weights I can strap on. Unfortunately, I can't get all 10 pounds on, otherwise I would. I can't get my pant legs over the tops of them, so I've taken 2 of the bags out, so it's only 6 pounds a leg, but it's an additional 12 pounds to carry on my feet. And I've been joking that I'm kind of doing the Goku workout, and I'm adding gravity to my body. And I mean, I'm definitely noticing difference. I'm definitely feeling it. Come home at the end of the day, and it's like I'm floating. I have a bit of weightlessness. All right, so now we've got the toe, which is step 3. So I need to put the sides on. This is step 1. This goes from here. Interesting. Very interesting. So I'm missing a piece. What am I missing? I'm missing E16 and E110. I got 6. Well, I guess they're both just E6, E5. Okay. I see it now. There we go. Coffee. How is this supposed to go? It's supposed to go this way. Just like this. Like that. So she's got flexible toe. like the rest of that's pretty solid. She's got some side-to-side motion, forward-back motion. So there's no ball joint there, but they've created the 360-degree movement, or spherical movement with the double joint. And this guy's gonna snap right on top of that. So she's got a nice little ankle cover. Kind of hides her nice little. And they've given her that high heel element by having that be in there, but it kind of hides it by having that. So don't really restrict range of movement too much. It's pretty decent. Okay. And of course, it's going to slide right into there. And now it's going to pop onto here. We're going to have one leg. My goodness, those are some stiff joints, man. So she's got the double knee joint bend. She can actually touch her foot to her butt. Got the extension. Curve the foot up. Looks like we can go pretty much tuck her head between her legs. She doesn't have quite that much mobility in the torso. There is no knee twist. Pretty satisfying, no? Oh, we got a leg. Alright, time to do the other one. No breaks, just keep going. Just like work. I must say this is way more relaxing than work though. Alright. Oh. Ooh, felt that. Now we're on to the other side. That's the feet. To the side of the shoulders. Here we go. Or the shoulders. The hips. Cut everything off the runner now that we know we're going to need. The legs save us some time later. I mean, I always say it's never a speed run when you're trying to build a model kit, unless, of course, you're doing a speed run model kit build competition, but I don't do those. I build for my enjoyment. I've actually gotten a lot more into doing these straight builds on some of these kits, especially when my brother sends me stuff. It's like not really part of my my plans to do a custom. So when I'm doing my customs, I kind of look at what I want from different kits, and then I acquire those kits, and then I build everything as I go. You know, I want these legs, I want those arms, I want this, I want that. And I just assemble those parts. I don't assemble the full kit and then take the stuff apart and put those pieces elsewheres. I just build what I need, and the rest stuff later gets cut up and put into a part scrap bin because I didn't have plans for those. Every once in a while, when I'm doing that, though, I'll see a part that's like, oh, you know what? I think I can use that on this other custom that I was thinking about doing, or I'll get an idea for a new custom while building that, and I've got an idea of a new custom. Any Final Fantasy 15 players out there? And that's kind of where the birthplace of a dream comes from. I have so many of those going right now that I'd like to get to, and now that I can stream again, which both streams have been perfectly fine, no issues there, no copyright strikes. Imagine that. You get some original music produced, and ta-da! You can stream again. It does have me kind of want to pick up a keyboard, and I saw one actually on the buy and sell the other day, brand new Casio, decent model for $75, and I guess the lady had bought it for her teenage daughter to further her playability, and the daughter decided about that time that she wanted to get out of playing music. So, yeah, it kind of sucks for her, but it could be my gain. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I don't know if I have the time to devote to yet another thing that I'd like to try to do, but I definitely wanted to. There's a song, actually, that I really, really like that I think is a great depiction of the way I feel about my wife. And I kind of want to learn how to play it on piano so that when we actually have a wedding ceremony party thing, I could actually sit down at a piano and play the song for her. I wouldn't mind learning how to play that song. And I would play that song, except that it'll give me a copyright strike, so I won't do that. Or copyright, whatever, notification. And maybe I won't actually say what that song is, because there's a likelihood she might watch this video. But I thought that'd be really cool to do. And we do have a small piano that's like a kid-sized one for Seraphim, and the keys are smaller, which is kind of unfortunate because that makes it too small for me to play very well. I have a few songs I can play on piano. I used to know some of my guitar chords, but yeah, anyway, so commissioning music has kind of got me wanting more, but it's also got me wondering if it's something that I could produce my own as well. And I don't know, I'm kind of torn on that because I like the idea of supporting artists like Cam and Jhoss here, where I can get some stuff from them, and I might reach out to another few others here and there, see if I can get a couple other tracks added in, just to maybe build this library of artists that I can get specific tracks from, that I can also share those tracks with the world, draw some attention their way. Quid pro quo kind of deal. Man, we are down to 4 runners, partials at this point. We do have an extra set of grabby hands, which I will probably build here shortly, because I'm going to want those for the weapons. Unless do the weapons actually like mount into the back? Are they part of the back in any way? No, they're just weapons. Okay. They are cool looking swords, though. I could definitely see me using those in a build somewhere. Like, that's a really pretty purple blade. And then it's got these hilts, which would be these guys here. So that's a pretty sick looking sword. If I'm holding that the right way, but I think that's how it goes. Kind of neat. But first, we got to do another leg. So I've cut out everything I need. We'll start cleaning everything up, and then we'll just start assembling again. She does come with a sticker pack, but I probably won't bother with that. We're just going to do a quick straight build on this one, and I don't think we're going to bother with stickers or anything. It's just kind of this is meant to be like a stream test and test the audio and make sure everything's back before we get into stuff. I think tomorrow I might actually stream digitally. I want to redo my my profile picture, so I was thinking about doing a half face for myself. I was going to commission Nelly to do me one, but I don't have any decent selfies, so either going to have to take a decent selfie and let her do that, or do my own. And I'm kind of thinking about, because I was telling her kind of what I wanted, and she's like, well, if you want to do that, then you're kind of on your own. You gotta do that one yourself. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try. I'm not as good as you are, obviously. She's got way more practice on the digital front than I do. I'm gonna do that, and then I also have to maybe I'll work on that first. I have to do my boss wanted to commission me to do a label design for his moonshine that he is producing, and we haven't really worked out payment, so I haven't gotten any further with that. First thing was like, oh, you know, I'll get you something from the store if there's something you need. You know, you just let me know and I'll hook you up. It's like, okay. I'm sure we've got, whether he's planning on, you know, getting like a scratch and dent for me of something and getting me a hell of a deal and picking it up for himself, you know, and then giving it to me or what. But I'd almost prefer some cold hard cash, especially if it's going to be something he's marketing. And I did a couple concept designs for him, and you know, he's not a bad guy, but he definitely is one of those people that thinks that, well, you know, you're an artist, you can do that. And it's like, yeah, I can, but it comes with a price. Like I don't do artwork for free. Like I do that for myself. Others, you know, you want something from me, you're gonna pay. That's just right. It's a skill I've developed. It's something I've learned how to do. So, so I got some conceptual designs for him, and I hate doing artwork for people like that, because it's, you know, like it's your boss, and as soon as, like, I try to keep that kind of shit close to my chest when it comes to employment, like coworkers and crap. They seem to, oh, well, yeah, I know you, you know, you'll give me a discount, right? Or you'll do this for me, like you've got time. And it's like, I don't, though. Like, if I have time to work on things, it's probably things I'm working on for myself, which is why I don't really take on a lot of commissions anymore, because I just don't have, as much as I work, I don't have the time. I barely have time for me. You know, here it is, early Saturday morning, and I'm at the desk doing this while, you know, Nellie's probably still asleep. Sarah may or may not be out of bed. If she is, she's watching TV videos on YouTube and probably having herself some breakfast. But as soon as she starts coming around and feeling lively, she's going to come down here and want to know what I'm doing up to, and that'll be the kind of end of my me time. But yeah, I don't get a lot of that, so this is kind of it, and here I am sharing that with the world. Anyone who cares to tune in. Well, that's okay, because you can't really come in here and bug me. You're free to chat. You're free to definitely say something. Call me names, whatever. I'll just ignore those. Haha. I have that power. Yeah.
Shade's gone back to his dad's for 3 weeks. We're splitting up spring break, so he decided to stay with us for the first week, and he's going to his dad's for the second week. And so we're not going to won't be seeing him. He'll be coming back just, I want to say like the day after his birthday. So we'll probably have a little cake and ice cream or something for him. I've actually, I've had his birthday presents hidden away in the closet, because haha, you can't go look for them if you're not here. If you're watching this, you'll know where they are. Haha, but you won't be able to come and look for them. I've had those hidden away since pretty much the week after Christmas. We were out doing our grocery shopping, and I saw that they had them, and it was something I was kind of wanting to get them for Christmas, but I already way overspent on Christmas. And I was like, you know what? It's on sale even right now. I'm going to snag it while I can, and we'll just put it away. So it's been sitting there hiding in the closet for 4 months, basically, and almost 4 months. And there's actually been a few times where it's been like, man, he's been super good this week, or super good today. I kind of want to give it to him now, but then of course I have to buy him something for Christmas or for his birthday again, and regrettably I'm not made of money, so I can't just keep buying crap for the kids all the time. But we do things like go out for supper pretty frequently now, and that's kind of a nice little treat for them as well. They get to do that. Something I didn't get to do a lot as a kid myself was go out to too many dinners. And all right, I think that's everything, right? I don't think I missed any part. Oh, I'm good. All right, now let's get back into the shoulder first. Gotta go that shoulder first. That's going with that part. The bottom again. Kind of trying to do this one from memory now. Oh, man. Almost want to spit on it to get going there. Holy smokes, it's tight. Tight things are tight. Yeah, they are. One of my favorite Ryan George skits. He is an amazing comedian. I love his stuff. He's his pitch meetings, his first guy ever's, how things are named. If you've never heard of Ryan George, definitely check him out. If you've heard of me and you haven't heard of Ryan George, there's something wrong with you. You spent way too much time living under a rock, and you need to get out more. No, it's just kidding. But no, he's fantastic. He's hilarious. Pretty much. Well, he's one of the few channels I'm subscribed to. That should tell you a lot. I don't subscribe to much, but that is definitely a channel I subscribe to. He is comedy gold. I did miss a piece. The one last piece on this blue runner that I thought I was done with for some reason. got that. And we gotta build this part, which is here, here. Let's go in here. This guy was on the back of the calf, wasn't it? Yeah. T20. Just the kneecap. Goes here. Come on. Get on there. Is it upside down? Is that upside down? I do have it upside down. That explains why it won't go on. No. Okay, what am I doing here? What's going on? Yeah. You are not going where you're supposed to go. There you go. And we go to the back. Then we put on, we're gonna get that piece on. Now we get this piece on, which goes like this. Come on, get on there. This way, here we go. we go. Yeah, she's standing. Whoop. Can you see her? She's probably upside down. No, not really. Get her in the camera. Whee! Alright. Oh, next up is the swords. So, let's get those built. Those will be next. Not gonna lie, that is a pretty sweet looking sword. I like it. I almost wish I'd had this when I built the Sailor Scout looking girl that I made. We just got the purple energy blades. Those would go really well with her. It's one of my first scrap arms girl builds. I built her out entirely out of scrap parts. And I built a handmade skirt for her as well, using some cardstock, some trim clad, give it that rubberized feel, and a wire, like a twist tie wire, to make the waist actually cinch down proper. You could almost put them like little sickles. Build some modifications you could. Yeah, those are built. Now it looks like we're on to the wings. And what is this about turn forward or backward? What is that? Oh, really? What? Oh, are you kidding? Wow, look at that. So yeah, you can get her more stomach articulation by lifting up on the torso. It actually expands, so you can almost get her to do a full abdominal crunch. So she can straight up damn near kiss her own ass. Let's see. Look at that. Damn. So she is more flexible than I thought. Like, she can do a freaking toe touch damn near. Let's see. Reach for it. Get that toe. That's pretty impressive. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. That's pretty good. So yeah, that midsection, I didn't realize that when I was building it. Yeah, that whole midsection actually lifts up right there. You can see that the vertebrae. Oh well, probably don't want to do that too much, I guess. Wow. But yeah, that midsection vertebrae actually will accommodate that. You can lift that up and pull that out. It would appear that you have to put her chest back together when you do, though. It looks like that comes apart pretty easily. And then that goes this way. Have it. There you go. Might not be a bad idea to put a little dab of glue on those to make sure those don't come off repeatedly. But that's probably if you're going to be handling her a whole lot, which I will not. I'll get her built. She'll probably, if we're being honest here, she's probably going to go back in the... No, she'll probably go back in the box. Probably just go on a shelf somewhere and just hang out with some of the other kits that have been built that aren't going to be much more than just a... Whoa! Okay, so parts like to fly off at random intervals. Be careful with that. For as tight as the joints are, some of the compression fittings are kind of, they just fall off. My coffee went and got cold. Okay. So, we have left wing, B, or G12. Oh, I guess they're the same either way, eh? Oh yeah, yes they are. choo-choo. The left wing. Is it advised to laminate the sticker before assembling? Laminate the sticker before assembling. So, what sticker? They don't actually have a decal guide? They do not. There is no decal guide. So what sticker do you want me to laminate before? I'm guessing it wants S32 and S. Oh, it wants the stickers on the gold before. Oh, I see. Well, here's the thing. I don't really do stickers, so we're just gonna leave those out. And yeah. So we also need some of these over here. That can't be right. This is not B21. Side here, put those over there. All right, here we go. spin like a top. Oh, look at it go. Spinning like a top. Cool. Okay. Supposedly there's a front and back, but they seem identical. Does it? Does it go on first? Do I trust that? You're saying that this goes on here like so. Now that goes. I guess it does go over the top. Jeez. There you go. And this guy goes like this. Way. That's the left wing. It sure is. Wow. Nice. do another episode of Cooking with Karina. I don't know what I want to make though for that next episode. Probably do a stuffed meatloaf one of these days. That'd be pretty good. Now that I seem to be able to eat beef again, I'll do that maybe in a few weeks. What else could I do? What's another? Chicken enchiladas would be delicious. If I could get other people around here to eat them, that'd be awesome. But nobody here likes spicy food but me. One of my giant, like 32-layer lasagnas. That'd be delicious too. Nobody here likes having lasagna for that amount of time, though. That's the only downside to that. Hold up. No, because this side is going to go this way. That's right. It's going this way. Yeah, that's right. Guess that's going to go connect to that on that side. Yes. It's not a bad stream. Almost done. I'll have Windblade done here in about probably 5 minutes. That's going to go this way, and that's going to go into these, like so. Go ahead and build her other hand so she can grab her swords. would be it. Oh no. Finally, got a piece on the floor. It was bound to happen. Happens at least once a stream. Fortunately, it's not very round, so it didn't go very far, which is good. I'm gonna say it's a pinky. So. Seems right. Excuse you. That's gonna be for the other hand. So I need this one. Could have followed the instructions on this one, I suppose, and I wouldn't have to guess. But hands aren't exactly rocket science. There's 3 parts to these ones. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Ooh. Okay, so hands are easy to come apart, just in case you're wondering. Okay. So, got the alternate grabby hands versus blade open fingers. Those swords are pretty freaking sweet. Those dope ass swords. Might actually do like an actual review video of her, maybe. I don't know. She's built. She's done pretty good detailing on this. Decent part separation. That wing pack is pretty sweet, as we saw earlier with the legs. We got some actual good mobility in the legs. Fairly decent mobility in the arms. You can have her holding one on her shoulder, essentially here. I do wish she had a little bit more wrist movement. As far as like the forearm being able to twist as well. You have it in the shoulder, but there's no like pivot in here. I wouldn't mind having one there. I find that with a lot of the girl kits, so I wouldn't mind having that. But she's got pretty good articulation. That ability to stretch the back and get that real good abdominal crunch is nice. She does have some pretty wide hips, pretty good thigh gap there. But that's she's got a big old booty. I don't know why a robot needs such a big booty and such thick thighs, but it's definitely a good looking kit. Like that's come together pretty nicely. So definitely have to say thanks to Bubs for that one, because that's a nice little gifty gift to get in a care package for sure. Definitely, I keep saying definitely a lot here, but one I one I wouldn't have picked up for myself, but definitely glad that he got it for me. Jesus, can't get off that word. I'm stuck on it. But yeah, so here she is. I'll get her up here so you can get a decent look at her there, over the back and everything, and those interesting high heel designs are pretty cool. That's an interesting gimmick there. You do have that, the tiptoe can come up. Doesn't really go down, but you can always pivot the ankle to get that to get that downward foot motion. That little ankle guard there is it's kind of distracting a little bit, but makes it look like she's got, I guess, pants coming down over the front. But yeah, decent build. Not bad for a little break from things on a Saturday morning, couple 3 mornings. I imagine a person could probably put her together in a couple hours if they were dedicated to it. It was an hour and a half just do the legs here today. That face detailing is really good. I like that. Where I actually to have dedicated time to this, I would have painted that gold and got a better looking gold in there. Would have probably actually painted those rings inside on the turbines and really done her up nice. But yeah, those swords are fire. I like that. And then those wings are pretty sweet. Looks like you can pull them back, so they can be straight back, and you can rotate them up a little bit. Can't really do much with the rear fins there, but yeah, you can definitely move those to different positions on the back. I like how it's got that little cockpit in the middle of the backpack there. Just a lot of neat little things going on here. She's solid. She's decent. Looks like that pivot in the back doesn't really snap into itself very well. Yeah, I guess that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna stay there. But a little dust in there. Yeah. So she's done, and we're going to probably end this stream there. So she can lay on the back, resting on her sword. A few things I would probably improve would be to glue that front piece and that back piece on that mid-torso section, so when you're pulling her in and out apart, to get that stomach crunch, and like if you were going to be handling her more often, I'd probably glue that. There'd be a couple of little fittings here and there that I would probably add just a little dab of glue to make sure that contact point doesn't come apart. Probably the kneecaps would be one. I would imagine you'd want to do the contact points on this inner part of the buttocks here. Those ones, they're just kind of held in there with a little contact point. That piece, and then what was another piece I noticed? Oh, the hip. This red hip piece tends to want to pop out too. I was noticing when I was putting different parts together on her on the last stream. So, yeah. Other than that, like, just went together well. Decent build. Recommend. I would recommend this one for a kit for somebody. And I think we're gonna end the stream there and go on to starting my day. It's about 9 o'clock now, so it's a decent little stream, 7 to 9. And yeah, get the taxes done here at about noon. Maybe do some grocery shopping this afternoon. Get laundry started. Tidy up my desk a little bit. Maybe I'll get these put away later as well. Get all this stuff sorted from Bubs' care package, and get ready to start. Maybe next week we'll get back onto his present. Get that going again. She needs to be finished. I need to get her done, and I think I'm finally at that spot now with being able to stream. I'll get her done, and then I can move on to some of the other big projects that I've been wanting to do and finish. Got to do the diorama for the Jedi and Sith. I got to do the 2 to Tango with the Duel and the Nobel. Some detailing and decaling on the 2 Jinwei sisters. There is, of course, Robert's present, which I got to finish. But I think we're going to start with that. We'll get that knocked out. And then the next big project, I think is going to be the Centurion girls, the Centurion cosplayers. I think. If not that, we'll see, because that's going to be a lot of detail painting on her, customization there, building of a diorama there. I think maybe something a little more basic before that. Maybe that'll be the ninja on a ninja. That might be the next one after that, where I'm going to do the frame arms Genrai with the weapon set, the red Genrai with the Kawasaki Ninja, the Mang kit that I got there. We'll do her all matching with the red and the black. Hard to say. There's just so many. I got so many different little projects there I want to start and get going on that it's hard to choose one. But that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. We'll finish the other ones first and see what the mindset's like. But for now, I will bid you farewell, and we will see you probably tomorrow in the morning stream. That'll be a digital stream, so I won't have the workspace view going on. That'll be the tablet and everything. So I'll won't be sharing the camera. We'll do it that way. And yeah, I might have to sketch that up a little bit later too, so I can convert that over, take the picture, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, take care. Until then, we'll see ya.